Hello, everyone. So, the topic for this week is about a satisfying moment that we have went through in our life. There have been many different satisfying moments in my life, ranging from little events such as the times where I'm driving and I seem to catch all the green lights, all the way to major accomplishments such as graduating high school. So, today I'm going to be sharing with everyone one of my most satisfying moments, which was when I figured out the career path that I wanted to take and how to get there. Ever since I was a kid and throughout high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do for a career once I finished high school. We would always have career days every single year, but nothing there ever inspired me. Eventually, in my senior year, I finally got my first idea, which was to become an MRI technician, and my plan was to apply to MVCC's radiology program. What drew me into this choice was the fact that it was only a 2-year program and that the pay was also pretty good. So I applied and I met all the requirements for the program except for one, which was my high school GPA, which fell 1 point short. After I was denied, I began to lose interest in that program, but I still ended up enrolling at MV, just not in that program. At MV, I chose general studies because I still had no idea what I wanted to do, and this would keep my options open. So a year had gone by at MV, and now my grades were good enough, and I thought about radiology again. But once I completed the application, I thought about it a little more, and I realized that I probably wouldn't really want to work in the medical field, and I was probably thinking too much about the pay. I thought about situations that could occur if I worked with MRIs, such as having to deal with something like a car crash victim or even worse. After this, I tried to think of other ideas, and I thought about maybe becoming a UPS driver. I figured that I already do deliveries for a drugstore and also DoorDash, and I enjoy it. So why not maybe consider becoming a UPS driver? My dad also is a UPS driver, so I figured that maybe he could help me out in getting a job there. After thinking about this choice a little more, I determined that this also wouldn't be for me because I'd prefer to have a job indoors so I wouldn't have to deal with the extreme heat or cold coming from the seasons. Alright, so now I needed to quickly think of a career path because my 2 years at MV were almost up. And that was when I thought about the business field. Over the past year, I had been investing in stocks and I had an interest in how business work and I'd also been paying attention to news regarding the economy. But up until then, I never even thought about doing any careers in business. There would also be a demand for business careers, and that would also be another benefit of this choice. I looked into it more and more, and I decided that the area of business that would be perfect for me was accounting because it was a good mix of something I enjoy along with a pretty good salary. This moment was extremely satisfying for many different reasons. So far this semester, I've been more motivated than ever to complete my schoolwork because now I feel like I'm actually working towards something rather than just taking classes mindlessly and feeling like there's no point to doing it. And lastly, I can now decide where I want to go after MV, and I can finally begin planning it out. So far I've been deciding between Utica College and SUNY Poly. In the end, I'd prefer to go to Utica College, but as of now, I'm leaning more towards SUNY Poly just because it's a more affordable option. Alright, so this has been the story of one of my most satisfying moments. This is definitely one of my most memorable ones in recent times, and also a very important one. Thank you all for listening, and I look forward to hearing about all of your different satisfying moments.